You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a
Hey,
Q.
Froggy.
Putting checks on a concrete wall, we like to mark the passage of time on this show. And as of today, Robert Mueller's investigation into Russia has been running for an entire year. What have we learned? Joe DeGeneva has been taking close notes from day one. He's a former U.S. attorney, of course, one of our favorite guests. He joins us tonight with a recap. Joe, what do we know?
We know that Hillary Clinton was illegally exonerated. We knew that a year ago. We know that there was a substantial effort to frame the current president of the United States with crimes by infiltrating his campaign and then his administration with spies that the FBI had set upon them. We have learned that the crimes were committed by the FBI, senior members of the Department of Justice, John Brennan, Mr. Clapper, Mr. Comey, and others associated with the Democratic Party, and that Donald Trump and his associates committed no crimes.
That's quite a litany. So, to the spying question, when the president tweeted that one morning, and I'll never forget it,
Yes.
They spied on us from Trump Tower. And I don't think there's a single person who read that who thought, well, that's kind of a heavy-duty charge. Can you prove it? And, of course, he was derided immediately as insane and as a tinfoil hat guy. That's, in effect, been proved.
Oh, absolutely. Categorically and unequivocally, it has been proved that the FBI, in violation of all guidelines, all legislation, and I believe they committed crimes in doing so, purposely sent people into the Trump campaign to plant false information, then force that information to be forwarded back to CIA and then funneled to the FBI to be used as false information in FISA applications. Everybody involved in that process who knowingly participated committed a crime.
So why aren't they being held to account?
As of today, I understand that a referral for criminal prosecution has been made by Mr. Horowitz to Mr. Huber, who is investigating the FISA leaks, the unmasking, the leaks of the unmasking, and everything we described tonight. Criminal referrals have already been made, and I suggest that Mr. Brennan, who loves to make comment about the process, get himself a good lawyer, not a good writer.
Wait, John Brennan, the NBC News paid consultant?
Yes, NBC News' consultant, the former director of the Central Intelligence Agency, the most partisan hack leader of the CIA in history, needs a very, very good lawyer.
Criminal lawyer.
Yes, criminal lawyer. Oh, yes. He doesn't need a slip and fall lawyer, although he's going to slip and fall. He's going to be in front of a grand jury shortly.
Well, that's news.
Yes.
Welcome to the Patriot Hour. Michael, this is the update video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Maybe leave a comment. Share. Okay, so we are seeing, again, we're pounding this. We're beating a dead horse. Close that window. No evidence after a year. Lots of money spent. Clear crimes were committed with the Hillary server. That implicated tons of other people. We know that Obama was emailing her on that. He knew about it. He actually went as far as to get a pseudonym email, and along with tons of other people in his that were part of his panel, you know, his cabinet, they all had pseudonyms, emails to email her. Nobody wanted to do it directly. They knew the implications. So that's the reason they let her off the hook, folks. She knew it. It was her, so to say, trump card if she was to get indicted, to actually have to even answer to this in a formal way under oath, that she would bring up them, or that would come out, and they would all, you know, whether it would have led anywhere, we don't know, because it never went that far. Been saying this for months and months and months. It's all starting to reverse and come back right at them. like it's been said, they needed to win. She needed to win at all cost. Everyone thought she would win. They got real careless. It's kind of like, you'd imagine corruption and lies. You do really good things to cover it. They just got real careless and sloppy, thinking it was going to be handed over to the next, Hillary. So people did a lot of things, a lot of treasonous acts that they probably didn't think out fully. That, what if she doesn't win? Didn't really dawn on them. When they did lose, they screamed this whole Russia, the FBI's hard hitting, real, to the point, and we got to get to the bottom of this. And when they had things that they got to the bottom of and didn't even care about. You don't just trip, fall down, roll over, stand up, and you have a server built. That takes a lot of thought. Then to migrate everything over from a government server to hit that one, that takes thought. Nothing was done on accident. It was all well thought out. She knew the way she operated. They wanted to slow down any kind of request, FOIA, Freedom of Information Act, and preserving, stuff for the history books, folks. When you're a public servant and you go into this arena, you should have the most transparency. Just like Trump, he's tweeting. Everyone hates it, but it's a tweet. Everyone sees it. Those who want to see it. Yeah, they just turn that all over to the preservation, government records for all that to be archived. That's very transparent for, communication-wise. So you had somebody else doing the exact opposite and then claiming they didn't know what they did. And, oh, is that what happened? I did it for convenience of one device. And then we know she had like 14 devices. Nothing adds up. It all leads back to us having to put a mic in her face and ask her, what did you mean by that? What did you mean by that? And relying on her word to be worth a damn, because time and time again it's proven to be false. It's unbelievable. And people are begging for more of the same, acting like they care about a crime that needs to be getting to the bottom of, and defending these last year of the Trump-Russia collusion when they had clear ones in their own party that they didn't care about. The Russia collusion or the cheating of the election would have been the DNC in collusion with Hillary against Bernie. Russia collusion comes in the form of a dossier that was largely, started supposedly by opponents of people in the Republican Party. So some more deep staters started it, handed it over, and then it was largely funded by the DNC, backed by the DNC, backed by the Hillary campaign, and then turned over and used as evidence to start a FISA, courts, and get approval to start spying. The FBI then has a mole inside of the campaign who ordered that. Several people around them supposedly had Russia ties, and again, I talked about the FBI wanting to get people to come to them and tell them things so they can get cases going. But if you have somebody that you've investigated years prior, and then this guy's starting to come around the outskirts of a campaign, being a volunteer, not taking any money, nobody really questions him. Like, yeah, you want to help? Go organize some papers over there. He starts stacking, who knows what he did. But then all of a sudden it's like, he's Russia ties. Why wouldn't the FBI do the courtesy to come to somebody running for the presidential, seat of the United States and say, hey, this guy that's kind of been lingering around, you might not want him to hang around. We've been, investigated him before for some Russia ties. And people might argue, well, they can't go around telling people that. Well, when it did hit the news, it was all came out that this guy had been investigated before. So when they found that out, no problem disclosing that. That would be the courteous, the right thing to do to a citizen. Watch yourself. You might want to get that guy far away from you. He's got bad ties. We've looked at him before. So pretty funny how this all works. All a bunch of BS. Clear crimes ignored. Fake crimes investigated to the fullest. Waste of tax dollar, waste of time. Smearing somebody that's trying to do the right thing. All of our tax dollar, all these systems built to target enemies and for terrorists and to keep us safe, were all turned and horned in on a presidential candidate. That's pretty sick, folks. Way abuse of power, abuse of everything we should stand for. That's the bigger picture here. The bigger picture. All right. We'll look for some Q. I don't think there's any updates. Breadcrumbs drops. All right. So nothing new. The last one we went over is 1432 on May 20th at 1734. That came out at 534. So that was the put on the full armor of God. And that's huge, folks. That is huge to be able to move forward and go through all of what you're seeing unfold, all the different places you're going to get your media news from. You got to be careful who you follow. Having the armor of God, those goggles on to be able to see the message. Got a lot of trolls lately. People are just, be careful who you follow. That is correct. Look at the message. Again, do your own research. Don't ever take what we say here to be the word of, we don't even try to spin or give a whole bunch of, this is exactly what it is. Listen to me. My message is this, and this is the right. That was a problem with some of these other channels. Our intelligence is better. It's a little bit more top notch. Come here, listen to us. CNN, Chris, back in the day. WikiLeaks, folks, it is illegal for you to possess them, but not for us. You come here, we'll break them down and tell you exactly what they mean. That's scary. So I'm going to promote, get your information from multiple different sources, and again, listen to as many people as possible. Watch and read as much as you can. Believe none of it until you can verify it. People claiming to have, secret communications with Q would be a lie. That's been told. People claiming to be God are wrong, because that's not how it works. They're misleading, they're lying, and they're easy to spot. So watch out for all the trolls and the bots and the ones that roll with the evil. They're easy to spot, easy to see, and they don't have nothing of importance to say. They're just operatives working for the dark. And we're bringing light, and light always wins. Truth will prevail. Good will beat evil every time. We bring light into the dark, and the room is lit. You can't bring a little bit of dark into a light room. You're going to lose every time, bud. So people, get that armor of God on, move forward, and you're not going to steer yourself wrong. That's all this is about. We're not trying to, everyone's like, give Trump even the Nobel Prize. They don't care. They're doing this, supposedly, the message is for all of us. We're helping. Everyone is queuing away because you're getting the information and you're spreading it. And we're seeing things unfold. All the naysayers, literally, I'm seeing things intertwine. The past is coming to be the future. A lot of this news that's coming out seems old to me. I'm having lots of deja vu, kind of starstruck sometimes because I've heard this. Well, it's because I went over it a month ago, and now it's happening. So if you're that in tune and you're that enlightened with the information, it's really clear. It's super clear. It's those that are not getting the message, not breaking it down properly and getting the truth out of it, that are misled and can't see it. New people to this, they don't have the whole picture, the puzzle. It's not clear. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So read them, do your research, come to your own conclusions. You're not wrong. I don't hate or promote that on anybody. People are different. People come to their own conclusions at their own points in life, and all their experience and all their research and due diligence will point them to what they believe is their right direction, and there's nothing wrong with that. You always have people that are right. You always have people that will be wrong, and people that are on the fence. You just hope that everyone comes to the right conclusion and doesn't try to mislead anybody else if they are wrong. That's clear sometimes. All right, this is Mike. This is a Patriot Hour. This is a little update video. Please, again, subscribe, like, share. Look at the description box. Typically leave any links that we go over down below for you. Again, God bless, Godspeed, and good morning, great afternoon to each and every one of you. We'll see you back here real soon. Next update.
You know what letter that is, Grover?
I think so.
What letter is this?
Q.
Q. This is indeed a Q.
Hey, Froggy.